Hey, what's up? Just hanging out on a Thursday night. It's a Patreon night, so we're gonna hang out, talk in the chat, and it's not your normal stream, so whatever. We're gonna just be talking about all kinds of random things. It's like more podcasty, I guess. But here's Bitcoin's channel, right? The equidistant looks a little bit nicer than the parallel channel. Hanging on by a thread, it seems. Potential reversal area, but nothing is implying that on the oscillators. We will see. 9,042. Wow.
The pot stocks would rally if they announced that, the possibility of legalizing it on a federal level.
It wasn't on the federal. It was just that the banking regulations were part of, were thrown into this latest stimulus bill. But now, I don't know, the Republicans were fighting it. I don't know if they stopped it. So
it won't pass the Senate. There's no way.
That's part of it. Yeah.
I just heard that there have been problems making revenue from them, and I heard that Germany also was having court cases that were sending back pot people who had prescriptions who got pot, and it turned out to be bad pot. So they were getting their money back, and that kind of hurt them.
Bad pot, you say?
Yes, bad pot.
Is that a joint?
What were they like? Your Honor, this was swag.
I smoked bitch weed before, and
pull over.
We can't pull over. Thanks for noticing.
Regulated.
Owes me some money if you can do that.
Hey, man, eat this. Eat all these shrooms. Hey, whenever you got that money, just go ahead and let me know.
Aurora cut costs, and they actually started making a profit, turning a profit because they cut costs. And that was the big thing. They cut costs, and they had to back it, the institutional backer, but they cut costs, and then they were making more money because of cutting costs. So
I don't think it's Aurora. I think it's Canopy that has Constellation plans. I'm not sure, but yeah, they had a 1-to-12 split right before pumping.
Well, they beat their earnings. They did beat their earnings big time. Double their earnings.
But I mean, hey, remember the theory. Don't ever forget. I need to say it live, right? The huge CGC bullish cat. Just kidding. The bullish harmonic, whatever it is. That will be maybe the pattern. That how does it play out? You know how. Maybe legalization at some point. But that's the theory. Just like the Las Vegas Sands and the Nike theory. Okay. With, news-driven events happening at PCZs. I don't know that because CGC pivoted at an 886 or whatever would be a PCZ, and it wasn't the news on that. But I don't know. It's kind of like maybe thinking about like gold.
Didn't it also happen at was Zoom? I think I had a trade and then.
It was yeah. That was bad. Yeah, remember that.
I was like, whew, sweet.
Well, it was like we were thinking maybe it might have been a head and shoulders, but it did play out at that right shoulder entry area. But I don't think it ever broke a neckline. It ended up pivoting after a while and running up and going nuts again. But there, the entry kind of was news-driven catalyst. It kind of like CGC might be like gold or something, where there's accumulation by the composite man over all this time, and it's like little does anyone know why or how gold's ever gonna, moon at the time. But look how it all played out when the composite man was acquiring his position, while central banks were acquiring 155 billion over 6 years, right? No one knew, and the mass amounts of money printing and all the uncertainty from Corona is what had given the legs to the technical analysis to really play out. I think that is what's so crazy, right? Because we didn't know about Corona when we were saying, look at this, man, this pattern could be amazing, right? One day. The measured move was like $1,700, and we were talking about that 2 years ago. And we've hit 1762. And the only reason it got there was because of the crazy virus.
Rise and valleys, right?
No, that's complex inverse head and shoulders pattern.
On PGC?
No, on gold.
Oh, my bad.
PGC also tightened their belts. They shut down some facilities.
Mm-hmm. And it dumped on that too. But there you go, right?
Yeah, it dumped on it, but then
yeah, that was
how it's tightened up and rubber band.
Wada's the Taliban or something, right? I don't know. It's a rap song or something from the mid 2000s. Anyway. So yeah, this is the CGC Connect. I mean, it's not a bullish. It was a cipher, dude, right? We even had it like this. Like, yeah, man, this is it. And it did play out really well. And inverse head and shoulders happened. But then it like hit a resistance from December 2018, July 2018, not enough demand and sold off. And then it rallied. And then Corona. And then just crash, right? But then where'd you go? It went down to the next available point of supply or of demand from February of 2017. Oh my god, dude, what is going on here? I can't click what I want. Oh, there we go. But it just like at the same point, and that's what makes Harmonic stronger, is like when you get a critical support at an PCZ, that makes it stronger, right? So it's rallied since then, and now it's at a big support resistance. We looked at this earlier on the stream today, but eventually we would not expect, but if the pattern was to play out for real, at least $28, and in between $28 and $40. And if Casey Stubbs had his way, we're talking about $51 in a year, maybe. And then after that, $59. So there you go, man. That's if this is to play out. This unconventional harmonic, but maybe it's an unconventional harmonic because of unconventional circumstances and conditions in the market. Yeah. All right, go pot.
Is that a joint?
You probably can't because of stockholders, right?
Anyway. Anyone here hanging out? Jeez, everyone gets quiet, dude, when we go live. I mean, everything's lively and good before we go live, and it's like,
You were talking.
Oh, I know.
Dude.
Where we were going. Look, man. Hey, last 3 weeks, it's been like radio silence when I'm not talking. I mean, like nothing. Go back and watch them. All right, I know.
Last week wasn't. I know that.
Yeah.
We wanted it to be for a little bit.
Me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm kind of lurking and I'm
posting
like 20 videos to the Patreon.
Oh yeah.
How about that? How about that Bitcoin though?
How about that Bitcoin? What is Bitcoin, dude?
It's just
I'm serious.
There at like 90-40.
That's okay. Yeah, it's just consolidating a little bit after a dump. It looks like it's just bearish consolidation. But again, there's always hope because of that upsloping channel, that demand line that it's right at. You get back above 9150, all right. Step one to recovery. You stay below 9150 a little bit longer, you're gonna see 8500. We're gonna break that demand line. I mean, we're running out of space too. Inverse that's really ugly, dude. How about if you break a certain supply line on ATOS? What is ATOS? Is that like a video game or something? No, it's like inverse head and shoulders, or more like if you break a certain supply line, you could have a breakout, right? You haven't broken anything. I don't know if I'd consider it that. It's a lower low on the right shoulder and left. So, nah, it's kind of too ugly for that. But just know, hey, man, have an alert set up on this supply line around like 2740 or something. You break that, hey man, maybe time to run up to 29 or $30, and then after that, 31.89.
Smart moves.
Or is it cut with handle, man? Cut with handle.
Definitely a
connect?
couple with handle. for sure.
Hey, you want to know what it might be? Dude, was this a 78% retrace reversal? Let's just, hey, we were having fun with harmonics, all right? Hooked on harmonics. Too deep, I think, right? Way too deep here. No, it's not too deep, man. Oh my God.
I'm just.
Oh my.
You're just doing it right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, I just, this is my first time. This is like me, this is undocumented Pokemon, dude. Let me put it in my Pokedex. There it is.
786?
The 786, like the Jesus, man. Its whole life.
Straight out of the gate, dude. Look at that.
Did Stubbs get hit on his C?
Oh, he did. No, he got his A though.
No.
He got his A. He got his first target.
I know.
But hey man, hey, you chalk that up. Good stuff, you know.
I'd still be short it if I'm Stubbs looking for the C.
Yeah, he's still out there, man. I don't know if he's gonna get his way, but
Stubbs
hey,
is still short Atus.
Yeah, I guess so. He'd still have some in this, yeah, and he'd be okay.
He's on IBKR. Did you know our brokerage only charges 1.7% commission on a $100,000
What?
loan? Even more if you're trading big bucks. Yeah, Stubbs is.
Is that his thing now?
All right, I'm just holding. Yeah, he's like, I can't pay the
Dude, I
6%
bet we've
Swag.
increased his sales on his book though. Probably.
Hey,
Probably
did
ask him,
anybody
hey,
know
dude.
that Coinbase has been charging like tons of money for a trade.
It's called the halving, I think.
Yeah, Coinbase sucks for trading.
Yeah,
I've seen it increase quite a bit over the last couple.
it's like what a joke.
Well, I usually move my
So
my money to
gorgeous, dude.
Binance, But how do you buy it without getting all these fees?
The cheapest way to buy like Bitcoin, like it's a fiat gateway. So Swan Bitcoin has like the cheapest fees, and then next to that is Binance US, and then next to that is Cash App, and then there's Coinbase, which has the most expensive fees.
Cash App
Turn-
holds it forever though.
Yeah, unless you do like the checking. Right?
Oh.
Absolutely.
No,
Crazy.
my
do.
account is verified, and I get it instantly. I can buy it and I could trade it right
Cash App
away.
is a pain for me.
Didn't you do Kraken also? Kraken's. I haven't done it on there, but I've.
Yeah.
Now, how do you know if you're on Binance US or Binance other wells?
It's
It gives you
Binance.com.
You wouldn't be able
or
to
there's
trade on the other one.
Binance.us.
If I use VPNs, does that make a difference?
That's a good question. That's what I want.
If you're using a VPN and you're trying to buy,
Well,
on
they haven't
Binance,
linked it.
Binance's non-US version, it's probably going to come up to be an issue when you put in your
you
US
trade?
credit card or your US banking info.
Alright, I see what
Can
you're
you
saying.
trade on Binance.com if you just transfer like your crypto there and you use a VPN? Because I know US citizens
Like
are
you can from Pro Coinbase and send it over to Binance. Like you trade
works
after you
for
do
me.
the initial verification.
I do a lot of my crypto trading on Kraken, and I have quite a few coins.
I'm just worried about security, but it
Oh,
seems like
God. The Kraken has good security. Like I met with someone from their team and all, but their wick protection is awful. Just set wicks like 20% above and below where price should go on Kraken. You should be good. You'll catch a nice short or a nice long. Liquidity is the issue.
So I'm stuck with Binance, or stuck with Coinbase, putting it into Binance.
Yeah, you can do Gemini, but you can't transfer it for a little bit. But it's instant. If there's little to no fees.
There's always local bitcoins.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Local Bitcoins, yeah, it's like no fees.
I don't know if you mean
That's wild.
But you have to be careful
Local.
because if you are to trade more than $10,000 cash, like I think you're it's becomes a crime if you don't report it or something like money laundering. Or something.
Yeah, it's like every other bank and.
But buying crypto is not a taxable event. Selling is. Is that what you mean? If you sell, because that's taxable.
The fiat gateways like Coinbase and Cash App, they track all of your transactions, and if you do more than a limit, like a threshold of money that you put in every year, they report that to the IRS. So if you were to take cash, $10,000 cash or more,
everything to the IRS. I hate to tell you.
Yeah.
You meet someone in person, and you don't report that you cashed in that $10,000 cash. It's like selling a car. If you sell a car for more than like $10,000 cash,
Right.
like
If you sell Bitcoin, right, for more than 10K, not buy it.
Yeah, but yeah, buying is. I think buying's different because I've definitely put over 10 grand in any.
Well, it's reported, and they know that, and they're basically looking for. All right, originally when first round in 2018, they were like, all right, you have buys in 2017. Show us where they're at, and they wanted to tax you on the appreciation value of it, even if you hadn't sold yet. I was like, why do I not have to do this with any other asset in the world?
It's kind of a crime, I would say.
So they've dealt with the same IRS agent. They made it a little bit clearer this year.
Dude, crypto's gonna rally if they change up the IRS laws. The way they treat it as property right now, and you pay capital gains taxes on any gains. But if they treat it like a currency, then crypto's gonna pop, just blow up.
Hang on. What if you go through third party, like blockchain, right? And then go to an ATM.
Wait, what about an ATM? Oh, good. Sorry, TTS.
And logged in to, an ATM and just pull out.
Spin a dick with me, my friend.
Well, they have
I'm in the
those
shower.
crypto
One spin.
ATMs, but they charge a lot of fees too. And
Right.
You're just turning.
I'm just saying, it's worth.
Gold. I'll play it. I'll play it though. How about that? The game. For real. Hold on. Dude, I'm good on my macros, so.
I think the cheapest way to buy Bitcoin is if you need someone that mines it. You can
sorry
go to
about that.
them
I just punched my
directly
mic.
and
My
buy
bad.
it.
Here we go, this. Oh my god, man.
People
You
mind.
wouldn't have any-
Urugenji Jellyfish tip $25.
I can kind of
Happy
speak on
Friday.
the Bitcoin
Kings,
ATM thing.
Queens
Happy
of
Friday,
Mars.
man.
I've used them
Happy
twice,
Friday,
and,
'cause it's
the
both.
issue that I had was not only were the fees higher,
With a T.
but they wanted me to use a certain
You get
wallet.
it.
Then I would get charged a fee on top of that.
I
So,
see. So, what was
Never
the
had
Here,
a-
Kanji, drink some salt water, dude. Oh, again, dude, Miss Shaver? Holy crap. All right, here we go. Right now.
Oh, look out. It started.
Oh my god, it's so close. You have to drink. Boom. I got one gulp, I think, or social.
But I feel like if I transfer money to Coinbase Pro, fiat, it's if I say 1,000 leaves my bank, 1,000 is deposited in USD into Coinbase.
Over 10,000, gotta watch.
Yeah, or what he's saying about 1,000.
But there's no, I don't get any fees.
Correct. Yeah.
For
There's
now.
no
If
fee
you-
on Coinbase.
If you pre-send cash, and just have it sitting there. Yes. There's no fees. You can do it on
Oh shit,
several
Coinbase
sites.
Pro charged me $5, dude, every time I try to buy a couple thousand.
No, that's true. If you do that transfer, you're gonna pay the banking fees. which
Banking
are-
fees, got it.
Yeah, those are ACH fees, transfer fees.
Yeah, because you're going through a traditional system to do traditional transfer, which
Weird, I don't get charged.
Yeah, I don't pay any fees.
Yeah, I don't.
Do
I haven't
direct deposit or from your bank account or something. Don't use the
It's 3 to 5
ACH
days
transfer.
or something. I mean, it's quite long.
Yeah, it takes 3 to 5 days. It sucks.
What
That's
about
the hang up
eToro?
there.
Does anyone have any experience with them?
I've used eToro, but you can't transfer the Bitcoin from there. It's like Robinhood. Like they have custody over your cryptos.
What does Diego mean by miners selling 600 plus of regular? What does that mean?
So here's something to think about. I don't know if y'all ever thought about this, but you know how Bitcoin can have like transactions associated with it. So if you bought it from someone that used it for illicit activities, like the Bitcoin becomes like tainted, and it has like it becomes tainted. But if you compare that to freshly mined virgin Bitcoin, there's no transactions associated with it. So is the virgin Bitcoin more valuable?
Yes, and there's certain people that are very interested that have older Bitcoin that are very interested in getting new, freshly mined Bitcoin from Coinbase. Apparently, is like
Why is that?
the best dealer. What he said.
There could be an arbitrage.
They had
where you just buy virgin Bitcoin and you resell it to the market later on in the, down the road.
They do their own arbitrage, dumping price and buying it back on Coinbase.
What if you throw it in a tumbler?
Coin mixing? Are you talking about?
Coin mixing doesn't work with your own.
I've been seeing tumblers turn gray when it tumbles around. Them rocks get real smooth, bro.
It's still the original. It just hides the original source, but it still has the history outside of who it just came from.
Still has the thing.
So is there a way to have newer old Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Like, how much more valuable do you think it could be than like a tainted Bitcoin?
Do we own tainted Bitcoin?
I never fucked with it. They're really bad.
If you've had it like prior to 2013,
So Charizard.
2014. Yeah, maybe. That's like Logan's things of people wanting new Bitcoin. That's what they're talking about.
The only
Those
way.
are guys that have had it for a long time. They're trying to get fresh.
I just thought they wanted more of it.
No,
It has to do with
they're trying to wash their.
It's about the fungibility in that
Bitcoin history.
The history, like the coins that have been spent and used for illicit activities, they're not fungible compared. Like fungibility is like gold. Like you can melt it down, it's gold. Like you could stamp a gold coin, and it's still fungible because you could remelt it down. You can erase the history. So I think that's what they're trying to do with Mimblewimble. They're trying to make it to where all the coins are fungible and they're all equal. Whereas, you have freshly mined Bitcoins with no history, no transactional history. And then you have Bitcoins that have history that could be used for illicit activities and make someone look bad.
3 paintball, thanks for the 3s. Anon, thanks for the 12. All right, and the spin. Sorry.
You would look bad if you had some Bitcoin that had been previously spent for something like drug activity or some kind of really shameful illicit activity. I don't know.
No, you don't want to be buying any my Bitcoin.
Well, let's get this arrogant real spin party started. No matter what I do.
Exactly. How are they going to base?
Oh, it's so arrogant, man. Oh my god. Sorry.
Not only that.
Thanks, Scott. I'm
Tax where you could sell Bitcoin, get like Amazon cards or whatever. I mean, I guess that would be a good way instead of an ATM. Plus, you get 30%.
Charizard, thanks to the 10. He said, hit that like button. Possible on for Bitcoin? Question mark. Oh, it actually is working right now. Okay. Sorry.
Hit the like button. Possible on for BTC?
Bitcoin about falling its foot.
We're at the precipice of an enormous crossroads. Here you go.
At the cross.
Added, please someone sing the Thugs at Harmony. Getting the gulps in, dang man.
I say everybody.
I mean, I got short
actually
so
rap that song.
I used to be able to back in the day, easy man.
Yeah.
I mean, easiest rap of my life, but these days.
Half the words anyway.
Yeah, no one can actually get through it. Mitch, you remember a song by Snow and Former? It was just so fast, and then the one guy slows down, and everyone just screams out that part of the song. But The rest was like Informa, you know,
Yeah.
It's like, what the F is dude saying?
Wait, how did that?
Hey, that was fire back in the day.
You want to know?
I'm not gonna embarrass myself.
Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. I like you, but you crazy, man.
Try to
Hey, Julia.
trap
CGC
me.
daily.
I'm the king
Have
of
a look at
entrapment.
that gap
Don't
connect
worry.
made. Oh,
Australian.
and spinning. Sunshine.
CGC. What is the weed upside down or something? Castraya.
Sekar Pritch.
Hey,
Sekar Pritch.
Bimbo, thanks for the 99 cents, dude. Much love.
Sekar Pritch.
What? Sekar Pritch.
Sekar Pritch. Sekar Pritch.
Oh, Car Pritch Rod. Car Pritch. No, I'm not gonna say that. Not gonna say that.
Oh, I forgot. I wrote it here right on this.
Oh my god, look how pretty this is, dude. Oh my god, it's like 4 hourly, the double bottom, and like you've clearly broken a supply line. But there's divergence with it.
Oh, look at them gaps, Joe.
Oh my god.
Oh,
The divergence is so nice. It's convergence though. Oh look here, listen. Oh my god, when did we look at this?
Look, listen. You already filled that gap up above and it gave you a good short. Australian Stock Exchange literally set limit shorts at gaps, buys at gaps down, wait to get filled.
Ladies and gentlemen, CGC and the Australian Stock Exchange breaking out oil, I guess, bogans. This is for the bogans. Well, I think it goes without saying that you've got a long way to go before common retraces of this structure you've broken out of, mate. 474 to 624. There it is. Holy crap, dude.
What is CGC on the Dingo Exchange?
Costa
70
Group.
What is it?
$3.09 in a donkey or something.
Costa? What do they do? Do they have anything to do with Chinese baby milk?
Oh yeah, dude,
So,
dude. That's right.
Do they have this company that all the people from China buy up their baby formula? That
Yeah.
I'm getting along on
That's
that.
A2.
When Wuhan babies start coming out, then
Dude, imagine missing this stream because you think, oh, I don't know, man. And then it's like something like this. Look, I mean, we've been looking at this. Dude, this is how many charts I look at. I don't even remember, you know? There's just too many. I couldn't even remember that I'd ever seen this before in my entire life. And then we're going back and say, oh, yeah.
yeah, it's scary when you go back to the ticker and you're like, wow,
Oh, yeah.
charted
Look at
this.
this.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Look at this. I mean, and it's not just that. What makes it the most beautiful thing of all time is because you've made it to 88% the Mariana Trench, dude. Perceived value on pot.
No, it's not pot there.
No.
Oh. Whatever, not pot then. It's Costa Group. Costa Group. It's sunglasses? I don't know. What do they do? Agricultural commodities. Milling. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, milling. Of course. That's what the world needs. Milling.
No, they're like produce, like veggies.
Okay, well then that's perfect because keto is being pushed by Legion,
Well, I
alright?
mean, Pot's a veggie.
I think Australia would probably be the last country to pick up keto.
Elliot, flex then, dude. Flex, Elliot, because we kangs. We kangs.
Wait, mate.
FYX, if you're gonna say F China, don't say F China. You have to say it right and say F the Chinese Communist government only. Because you can't hate the Chinese people too, because they're just people that didn't have anything to really. I mean, their ancestors did, but you can't blame them for their fathers, you know, revolting and doing the crazy stuff. But you get it right. You gotta say it the right way. Because I'm down with F the Chinese Communist government. I think we can all get behind that, but
I'm getting back.
You can't.
in Becky Market
The
with Australians.
Senate passed that bill that basically they're gonna have to show their last 3 years of books, and I was like, oh, short everything China,
Costa,
whatever
Costa.
I can find. And I was like, oh crap, moves already happened. Someone's like, Alibaba's having earnings. I'm like, don't care. And then they're going long on Luck and Coffee. I'm like, I don't care if it's $1.
What's the
going down
song,
to
dude?
25 cents is a 75% loss. Luck and Coffee's getting delisted and not good.
Very good
People
song,
thought they're gonna
dude.
miss out on the next Starbucks or something.
It's like people buying J.C. Penney's or something like that. No, there's a ton of great value stocks in 08, 09 that went bankrupt Connect. They don't exist Connect anymore.
Anon wanted to see
You guys
SSL.
hear the 22 million cell phone users in China that
Yep, disappeared. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
and also them at the same time, omitting to report numbers on deaths and infected citizens because, they stopped it. There's a bunch of liars. I mean, their government's a bunch of liars, dude.
From people.
So I don't think it's virus, and we had
27 million.
There's your pattern.
I don't want to get too deep into like political stuff and things like that because I can scare people. But I mean, I'm just saying the Hong Kong protests, everything going on, and then all of a sudden, virus. All of a sudden,
After
China
disappear. they got wrecked by Trump, kind of in the trade war, too. And they had all this pressure on them. They did, and then all of a sudden, 300 yards away from where there's the only level 4 BSL biosafety lab in all of China, suddenly. And just like that, a supercharged, identical to SARS, but has, somehow like the prongs of AIDS and HIV on it. Somehow it just happens. Okay, dude. That's bullcrap. IMO.
Yeah.
It's too perfect. It's too perfect of a virus.
We just
It's like saying that DNA, like human DNA, just formed randomly in the air and created humans. It's just
Well, you're looking at a huge cultural difference.
Certainly.
People difference. People ain't that great. Knowledgeable.
Yeah, but people are bringing up the point of all the cell phones being shut off at the same time of that being the number of people that died.
Add that to your big.
Well, they didn't die.
That's not the issue.
They didn't die necessarily from coronavirus.
The
but
government.
they were gathered up and put to good.
It's the government shutting off people's way to communicate and get information
I could
out.
see that. Yeah, I could see that because they want to ban all. China wants to ban all online gaming now.
They already been doing that.
Yeah.
You can't play 90 minutes a day?
Yep, and it's like between certain times you can't play at all. Like if it's too late.
No, like they don't want any because they have the Chinese internet, right? The firewall and all that, but they don't want anybody playing any sort of video game that goes outside the firewall. So no, you can't connect any server.
Of course,
outside
they don't
China.
want anyone doing anything outside of that.
Yeah, you can't get on.
Because they talk to people like
It's
us
their control
or whatever, and
yeah,
they can't control that information coming in.
It's like the book The Giver, man, because when they get a taste of being able, they have senses. Oh man, I can feel cold. I can feel hot. And anyone read that book back in the day when you were a kid? Yes. The Giver.
Yeah, but they're so trained to it. They're so trained.
Oh yeah, Blizzard chats were flooded with free Hong Kong type of talks.
Oh yeah.
They banned that.
One of them, one of the players spoke out and got reprimanded or whatever.
Yeah,
because of it.
Oh, plus, man.
Yeah, it was Animal Crossing or something like that. The guy was playing, the Hong Kong protester was on there and he was protesting and they arrested him and I think he's dead now, but
probably that ain't fair.
They just deleted it. That's
there you go, FX. You get it.
I work for the federal government, and they even got us with fucking text messages saying that Trump was gonna shut down the country.
Shut down the what?
Lies. Yeah, it's been lies.
Oh, what a breakout today on LB.
Media shit, it's been lies.
Bitcoin's about to break down, man.
Yep, it is.
Right.
It's fallen below 9K. It's still inside that channel, but I mean, we have it pictured on the stream. I'm just leaving it there because, yeah, dude. Think about, imagine it breaking out of the channel, hitting the 200, and then bouncing, faking everyone out. That'd be hilarious. Just kidding, but yeah, LB, man, LB hit 1430. It broke it today. Really, really nice move up. Huge jump.
I'm waiting to see.
Limited Brands Connect.
That's
it's all those
Men's
stores.
Warehouse.
Yeah.
And Joseph A. Bank, I think.
I think they have a Vogue maybe too.
I don't know. It's one.
Right there, dude. That 1365 to 1430. Yeah, you've broken that. That's big time. So I think next target could be like nearly $16. Yeah, the higher low kind of accumulation a little bit. I don't know. I mean, you could see. Hey, it was just kind of one of those floating, and it could have gone either way. But it's like kind of like double bottom, quadruple bottom, or something. You know.
He went long in that one. I don't know if he's still long in it. I don't know. With the amount of money he made and the little amount of money that Scion Capital's trading, I have a feeling he's using his 13Fs to kind of like pump. That he like went hugely long in GameStop, and then they got released, and then ran up and kind of dumped it on people's faces. I think Limited Brands is one of his other ones. He got heavily long in Jack in the Box this round.
Julia, did I spin for you?
I don't know. Did you?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Maybe you should do it again.
I did. Was I caught up?
Yeah, you didn't spin for Miss Joy.
Oh, funny, because patrons had to drink on that one. Get wrecked.
Dude, don't you owe me like 50 spins from the last stream, Capital?
Oh my god.
One of these days.
One day, man. Yeah, I'm gonna pay all the wheel spins back. Dude, yeah, that was lit today. Thanks, man. UA,
you guys were looking at Under Armour today.
Oh,
What's
up?
It's in a like a broadening wedge.
No, it's double bottom potentially.
Under Armour should start like developing masks.
Yeah, look. Here you go. Here's your UA. You're asking about it.
I mean,
UA
what I'm seeing on the daily is a broadening wedge. But I mean,
I mean, you could say it's a broadening bottom. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, broadening bottom. But I mean, that means that the upside potential is like if you have the diverging supply line up there, it would break above 1039 before hitting that supply line. So you can look at it like that, but it's easier to trade when you see like some, a double bottom, versus a broadening bottom. I mean, it's just about like identifying something and how easy it is for you to trade it. It's like that's cool if we have a broadening bottom, but how you trade it? You trading at the bottom of the supply line, fine. Well, they're both bullish, technically.
Yeah. Their RSI and everything's bullish. So
gorgeous, and I mean, like I think perfect first target's 1039 or so, or near it.
Volume today
was multi. Yeah, you can say a multi-year high. 13. What was it? February 13, 2018 is the last time we. Wait a second. I mean, based on this, it's like we hadn't seen volume like this since November or October of 2017. So that's a huge deal. Volume like that's very good.
Big no.
Yeah. Wow. With the divergence, man. TA's fake. I mean, sometimes it doesn't play out all the time, and then sometimes it does.
Yeah, it did have a big. When you see those huge candles and price doesn't move a lot, those are big positions entering.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's basically
UA, man. The UA spaceship, dude.
Order flow.
Locked and loaded.
Yeah, I mean that's a big move for the candle, but I'd have to look at it in lower time frames. Let me see. Was there analysts?
Get wrecked, dude. Dude, oh my god. Yeah, it's will Bitcoin hold, man, or will this demand line finally break? this time. It's different, say the bears, and maybe they are right. But if they're wrong, like, I mean, it's like symmetrical ascending triangle. You know, I think it's like if Bitcoin does eventually ever, you know, say it goes to 8,500, which is not weird. I mean, okay, great. It's been a great run, you know, retracing 8,500, 7,700, like, we know the golden zone. We've already plotted for it. We did it in the day stream, but if you ever pivot, just saying, if you ever pivot above 8,200, I mean, and make a higher low, that's big time. That would make things very interesting, at least.
It would make. You were talking about you don't pay much attention to golden crosses and everything. That pulling back into it's around the 8,500 area and bouncing off it would confirm the validity of the cross.
That'd be nice. That'd be great, but
usually if price is far away, it'll pull back to usually the 20-day or the 50-day is usually where it pulls back towards the cross and tests it.
What's up, Easy Rolling? Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Oh my god, man.
8,500 currently is my profit take position right now on.
Oh yeah, for short.
Into profit. I'm well into profit right now.
I'm waiting for it to come down and get a better entry again. I mean, I already took my entries at the top and have a few bags at the top of that. And
yeah,
a bunch in the stock market, man. There's a bunch of great things to play. As traders, we should think about the next opportunity.
For sure, yeah. We just looked at it, right? Which is Under Armour, for sure, right?
Yeah.
But you know, Bitcoin, I get it. 8,500 seems very possible, like, because there's just nothing on the it's still on the 60-minute, nothing saying, oh, it's time to reverse the upside. Nothing, dude. Nothing. And it just looks like, hey, you were oversold and now it's time to get oversold again. Now on the next move down, we might start showing 60-minute bullish evidence, but for now it's just not good at all. And it's like high volume. I mean, just who cares about volume on Bitcoin so much, but like high volume on the selling, and on any move, any attempt up, very low volume. So, this is a very interesting demand line. This upslope and support, dude. It's crazy. Yeah, 8,500 bouncing off that, making a higher low than 8,200. That'd be amazing. Like Pros was saying, that could be the golden cross or whatever. Validity. Uh-oh, FYX says S&P futures holding.
Historically, we have a pullback after the halving, right? And 6 months later or so, we start.
Yeah, 105 days last time.
We've had 2 of them.
3 now.
Very different times.
Oh yeah, dude.
I mean, yeah, like you really can't base any like the old Bitcoin stuff and the old crypto stuff on nowadays because of just how many more people in the market, how much more validity it has. But I mean, I don't know. That's all the data you have to go off of too. You think about the traders, right? And all the traders, that's all the data they have to go off of. So that's what they're going to go off of. How many new buyers do you have coming into the market versus traders and people selling? And
yeah, I thought there was a chart on that, like over time, it's increased so much. And it's like there's so many more people that own like one Bitcoin now than ever before, and there's like, you know, way more wallets than there's ever been. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, I don't remember exactly like.
But you have a lot of people that have owned Bitcoin that like trade it and use BitMEX, Derivative, like Bitcoin only sites, and just long and short based on Bitcoin only. So you're holding Bitcoin the whole time, but you know.
I mean, you have
trading it to the downside.
I mean, you have hodlers and then you have traders, and then traders are going to trade patterns, and all the patterns in the past is all they have to go off, right? Supports, resistances, all that type of stuff. So we're not in a bull market where people are going crazy and just buying it, FOMOing in.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I
Certainly.
think all you have is your back resistances, patterns. It's a trader's market right now. It's not a FOMO market.
Seldom is it a FOMO market. It's like
Yeah,
98% of the time.
3-4 years.
Yeah, correct. Where the stupid high risk people get hit hard. In FOMO markets, the people taking the most risk win the most, which is so abnormal. And that's when you know you're in a FOMO market.
And the people that hold to, and the people that know and feel in their heart that TAs work well. I'll tell you what, it plays that every time. TA, goddamn.
No, it does not play out every time at all.
For me, it does. I mean, I take your trade positions, and I've done well because of it.
Yeah, well, I've missed a lot too. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I post a lot of charts, unofficial setups. Just you go through. There's just so much stuff that I go through, and you know, some people ask me about things, and I try to give my take on it. So
we were very high on Google search trends recently.
How?
We were at an 11 where we didn't get above a 10.
You know, Bitcoin.
Yeah, in the June 16th to June 22nd, June 23rd to 29th of 2019 run.
Jeez,
the great FOMO. You're like at a 10, then it jumped to a 14, then it went to ridiculous amounts.
Yeah, that was insane. Like, I mean, we were all a part of that, man. That wave was stupid. So stupid.
Yeah, everyone.
Bitcoin.
Institutional investors are coming in, CME futures.
Well, I never got to partake in that wave so much.
I don't know if you know this, what that means.
But I got into Bitcoin in 2013, I think it was.
So Bandy.
I bought my first Bitcoin at like $400, and then I was buying all the way down to $195, and I was telling everybody to buy it, but 2017, I never foresaw that coming, and it was amazing. It was euphoric the entire year.
Username on Silk Road?
And I wasn't there during Silk Road. I was there for the Paycoin and the what do they call those? What did he call those? The I don't know, all the miners you could buy online, the virtual miners and all that type of crazy stuff, the scams, all this stuff's going on. But I tell you, man, 2017, once this actually kicks off and starts going into a FOMO market, like, I'm going to know the difference between a trader's market and a FOMO's market. I've been through 2017, 16. Like, what we're at right now, in my opinion, is we're still just in a trader's market, up, down, long, short, playing the market. That's it. There's a lot of people getting into it, and they're getting wrecked, or they're not getting wrecked. And it just depends on where they buy, and then buy and hold. You know, there's a lot of holders, but I think as the patterns are playing out right now, as far as I'm concerned, I think Bitcoin's going down. Like, we've been going in a
we haven't had a deep retrace
for a long time.
We haven't even, the deepest we've retraced at all since the crash happened was 32%, and it was from 3,800 to it was 7,500 was the anchor point, and right here on April 15th, or no, maybe it was not even, maybe it was here, March 29th. Let's see. You had a 38% retrace twice there. But, like, I mean, hold on. Good God. From the next high to low, it was a 23% retrace. See, it's just like you're not retracing. There's been no deep retrace. Not even, I mean, you had one moderate retrace, and it was right here, 7,100 to 5,700, and then nothing since then. It's all been high, like much higher lows and inverse head and shoulder stuff and flags and whatever. But now, yeah, it does look like a major potential bear structure is here, but it's not a real pattern until it breaks 8200. The neckline, 8100, excuse me, that's what it is, not 8200. So this bottom wick, that's how you plot your confirmation lines of these potential Adam and Eves, or even Eve, or Adam and Adam. Dude, I'm not judging. It's 2020, right? Whatever. So that's the neckline. That's the confirmation line. All right, 4-hour candle has closed. We have a new one right now. Jesus chimes, whatever.
8100. That's
all good, Matt, man. We drinking, dude. I got my beer, man. I'm having a good time. Celebrating no carb diet for multiple months. It feels good, dude. Well, less than 20 grams a day for multiple months. So, yeah, bearish engulfing candle on the 4-hour.
What are you drinking for beer?
Michelob, which is 2.6 carbs. It's nothing. And, 96 calories is literally nothing. I mean, that's... so on keto, eating like this, there are no...
You ain't cheating, right? You're not like a near beer state. It's like 3.2.
No, I have ambition to get to my goals, to achieve my goals. So, no, nah, man, I get up every day and I put on athletic shorts. And I run, I walk, I do pull-ups, push-ups, bench sometimes when my friend comes over. It's just like all day, and then I'm fasting also while I'm doing exercise. Dude, when you fast and exercise, like you release like growth hormones, catecholamines, which is it's what makes the stubborn fat easier for your body to access. So that's how you get rid of love handles and stomach fat. So like fasting, if you want a good body, intermittent fasting.
Fasting is 100%. Yeah,
it's so good for you, man. It's so good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's over 9,000.
Testosterone also, like big time.
Why am I on keto when I'm thin? Literally aesthetics. Like for me, I've been to 235 before, max bench like 365, like insane, like too much. I want to do that on the other side. I don't want to bulk up to like my max potential. I want to tone up to my max potential that I've never done before, and I want to do it now. So, and it's like good for your health anyway.
We call that fighting shape. You want to be in fighting shape.
Yeah, MMA type shape. Yeah. But it's just like, why not, man? Like Corona, that's how it started too. It was like, oh, no, I can't do anything now. Okay, might as well.
Seem to burst in your energy. Definitely.
Oh, sustainable energy. Yeah. It's just like oil burning at all times. Dude, running, doing like jogging is so easy. You just go and you just get in the zone. I don't know. It's just a different feeling.
Runner's high.
Everything we were taught as kids is like the the pyramid, the food triangle, and all that, 3 meals a day, and all that. That's all bad.
Yeah, it's all bad. The standard American diet is like brainwashing. It's like our culture is against being healthy now.
I didn't think you were fat, Mitch. I thought you were in good shape, and I really did think about it.
Well, I mean, it's not like I wasn't in good shape. It's just I'm trying to push myself to my max potential, and I don't know what my max potential is, right? So
watch that, cuz. Don't kill yourself. Drink a beer.
I'm not. I'm literally drinking a beer right now.
Yeah, 1 gram beer.
Well, I mean, when you get into this keto stuff, yeah, dude, like
I had to search for beer for him. I found an IPA that's
keto's a lifestyle change. I don't know. I don't feel like it.
You found an IPA?
Oh, I'm definitely not drinking an IPA. Not on keto. Dude, it's not. I'm not gonna be on keto forever, but I'm, once I get off it.
One day.
Well, beer in general is bad for you because it has estrogen mimickers in it, and it's not good for dudes.
Well, just drinking alcohol elevates both levels, testosterone and estrogen.
Listen, guys, I've been drinking beer for 30-odd years, and I've been in keto the whole time. Listen, I am as thin as a brick, and I never gain a pound or lose a pound for 30-odd years.
Well,
Yeah, it's just
that's
different. Everyone's
genetics,
different,
too.
right?
Yeah, but you also are like an
You been drinking
ectomorph.
beer the whole time though?
Beer and steak.
It does-
That's it.
But you're probably an ectomorph, right? I mean, it doesn't really matter what you do.
I'm the same way.
What's up, Harry?
I'm 6'5". I'm 6'5", and I weigh about 210 pounds, like 213 pounds.
You're like a boxer, ain't you? Is that featherweight?
I'm not a very good boxer.
You're like a boxer, man.
I don't like
wide
fists.
a Bama wide receiver recruit.
Bama.
All
yeah.
6'5", 210.
Yeah.
Running
Yeah.
4.4s.
You need to put some weight on.
4.2s now, dude.
Yeah.
But like, I go on 20-mile hikes and I drink beer the entire time. It's pretty bad, but
Yes,
that's kinda
sir.
like-
God bless you.
How old are
I
you?
mean, you gotta have calories, right? You gotta have
You're
calories.
6'5". Yeah.
I would die without
Be
you.
careful on. You don't see too many like 70-year-old 6'3+ guys walking around looking too great. So just watch
Yeah,
out. I'm 6'4".
Yeah, my grandpa died at 76, I think, and he was 6'5", so
Where'd you die from?
lung cancer.
Well, that's a whole different story here, cuz.
Well, he smoked for 20 years, 18 years, something.
That'll get you.
Well, the thing about like exercise is, you know, you can. We're all gonna age. We're all gonna die, but the amount of exercise we put in, you know, when we're younger, like we will age differently than if we didn't, if we ate bad and stuff. So
Yeah.
Well, fasting has a
it prolongs the aging process.
Fasting has a huge part in aging.
Absolutely. Well, autophagy or whatever, right? Autophagy.
As in good
They also
fasting
take-
has good part in it. Is that what you're saying?
Stretching out the telomeres, right? So if you're fasting, you're giving your cells a break, so they have time to repair. So they're not constantly bombarded.
Yeah, it's like a recycling program, natural recycling for your cells. Yeah, and it takes out toxins.
After 24 hours, like a 24-hour fast with nothing but water. I think you can have like black coffee. Pretty much that's about it.
Yeah.
I think green tea.
Yeah.
After 24 hours of fasting, you start producing stem cells and repairing your body after 24 hours. Because your
Even
body
when you
goes
don't
into
feel
that
sick?
flight or flight mode, and your body's like, I need to eat, I need to be strong, I need to like hunt and kill and get something to eat. So your body goes into that mode, and then
Yeah, that's where you also have the hormone elevation. So you have human growth hormone, you have testosterone boosting, a lot of positive.
I don't need
things
any
to
human
go on.
growth hormones. I'm 6'5".
I'm so new to this, so I mean,
You can
sorry.
take a ton of. You're not gonna get taller.
Born 1773.
There's intermittent fasting. There's hardcore fasting. There's tons of different fasting.
Spring.
Just research which
Now
what's
look,
good.
I'll drink
BA
a lot of beer,
sprung
just so-
or back
I got
tested
one
spring.
going today, and then that candle closed today. I was like,
Look,
I'm out.
143.27. You see what you hit, and you reversed at it. Look left. More resistance, potential major reversal area from January of 2014. Right, that's the range. These are just trend lines that have been plotted. Right, I'm not moving these or looking at this. You know, it's just they're there, they exist, and the price action is bouncing off these. So yeah, it's,
Broke out of on the 4-hour broke out of like a channel, back tested it, and then you got an upgrade today.
are you talking about like this or something? Oh yeah. I never back tested that. Look, I mean, if you anchor like that, but if you're probably talking about maybe from 164 peak or something anchoring.
It's on the 4-hour.
Oh. So you're just anchoring like this. Yeah, I get you. It got close to back. It doesn't look like it back tested. Got close? Maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I was off. Yeah. There you go. Little channel. Yeah. Broken. Well, there's like 4 bottoms. Look at that. Falling 4 valleys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it, Phil. There's not much going on. You did break that little trend line there, but again, horizontal line is far more important than a supply line that's down sloping, right? Because it's historical. It's been there forever. 143. Then if you broke this, $158, $158. Probes would be pleased. The next resistance. Yeah, look, I mean, that's the next potential major reversal. I don't know. I mean, like, right above it, you got, like, 150. That's a psychological resistance, too.
There's resistances everywhere.
Yeah, there are. Yeah. But, yeah, 150 and then 158 are the next targets. You're 139, so break 143, 150, 158. Boom. There you go.
The thing with Boeing, it was, like, breaking 200 or whatever. No, 300.
It could
be. It's a long way to fall if you break 300 because it ran right up. It just held that.
Are you talking about long way to run up to the upside?
Yeah, if you break it through, but also on the breakdown.
Oh yeah. It's straight down, straight up.
I'm like, oof.
Yeah, you could easily see if it does what everything always does. You know what common assets or common retraces do on all assets historically. 225 to 300. That is your common retrace here. That's your golden zone. So that's like where eventually Boeing could see itself in like 6 months or more or less, right? That's from all-time highs. Very possible. A lot of people are betting on it, I think, right? A lot of big traders. What, that Barstools guy is like deep in it.
Oh, he's getting wrecked by Boeing.
Yeah, he like curses them and all that stuff.
He was all in on Spirit Airlines and Alibaba recently. He's up $1 million.
There you go, man.
$2 million. Yeah, he couldn't. He would always hop on the wrong side of Boeing. Boeing, it's in chunks.
That's an interesting idea.
Good percentages.
So you've been live 1 hour now. Oh yeah.
Hess Corporation. If you guys want to look at that, come August. Let's see.
Hasbro.
It's HES.
Oh,
ticker.
Hisbro, Cabo.
No.
Just kidding.
Hess Corporation. They're an oil company. Right now they're going strong till August, and then August they're closing in well. So come August, it might be something to think about.
So range bound. Oh my god. So range bound.
Position.
Dude, this is like corn or something. Jesus. Look at this. You got like lows.
Huge triangle from back to.
Looks to me more like a range, right? Look at the way. Look at my lows. All right, so we're talking about 2008 is how the channel began, right, for the great crash, and then when it ran up, where did it go to? It went up to this high from May of 2009. All right, and so you've had up thrusts, multiple up thrusts, but look how in history where we've double topped from 2018 and 2019, right? That range was respected, that resistance. So it's like you are in a range, you back inside the range, you actually fell out. You know, lots of things fell out of critical ranges and ice lines, right? But then they just bounced right back, and we've filled a gap now, right? Over the past month, we've filled this gap. So upside potential. I mean, you'd think you could maybe go all the way up to 69.82, if not maybe 63.72. What these minor resistances. And here's the thing: this would be amazing for HES if someone was patient on the weekly. One could wait for this asset to sell off and back test a spring, because this is literally a spring. This is not like, you know, you held support here. No, you fell below it, and so when you fall below it and you break back above it, that's literally called the spring. Okay, so you didn't get a spring here or here. You just hit the ice line and bounced off of it. This time's different. So market participants would like to see this asset, you know,
shaked out the double top.
Yeah, and you go down and say, oh no, it's going back down, and it hits this area, this same little area that's where it was created. This ice line was created back in 2008. It hits that, and then it would go, and that could be an entry for a long if you're patient. I mean, it may never happen, but if it does, that's a great opportunity for a long.
Yeah, I know personally that Hess is continuing operations till August, and then if the market oil and stuff doesn't come back by then, which it won't, they're going to be shutting down operations entirely in North Dakota and Texas. So they'll be closing in wells, and they won't be making revenue.
They'll be looking for, if they're going to shut down business, they'll look for an Anadarko deal or something like that. Some idiot to pay too much for
them. Excuse me. But good looking chart.
If you've been around this long,
I'm just saying by like August, it's around August 1st or so. Just check them out, see where they're at. And
yeah, dude, it'd be awesome if they were all the way up to $66 again or something, and you were out here when you were showing like divergence. Look at the weekly. It's kind of like Class C.
Connect, and they're like, oil is needed. Planes are flying.
Yeah, look. I mean, it's like Class C divergence here. The lower low with the same RSI. It's like you double bottom kind of. Nice.
That was one of the places. Where's this at? North Dakota, South Dakota? Did you say?
North Dakota. They're big in North Dakota and Texas.
Before the futures contracts went to negative $36. That was like a week before there was oil in North Dakota and Alaska. I guess was physically trading for $5 a gallon.
Oh, Whiting oil. Whiting Petroleum, I guess. They declared bankruptcy, and then Oasis, I believe, is probably going to be right behind them. And then I know that the one of the big investors in Whiting and in Oasis wants to do a merger, so they're going to merge those two most likely.
Someone made a killing off of. There's a couple investors. They had someone backing them up. I don't know who it was, but China was the one that dumped you were staring at the futures contract at like 420, and it just sat there. They're the ones that dumped it, bought it back at negative $3, and then someone else dumped it on top of that. China ended up losing like 92 million. The Chinese trader or whatever, oil trader, because they needed the oil. They were going to get paid to get it, and he got wrecked by other guys that were waiting on it. They were waiting for a sucker. The Chinese were the suckers that dumped it lower, started buying it up, and from my understanding, the physical delivery just took place, and they just pumped it right into the ground.
Apple's looking like a potential double top.
Qs are looking like if it's gonna sell off, it's time. I mean, if it starts defying gravity and going up, I'm just gonna be like, I can't. I mean, I'm not gonna be worried about it because I'm exposed, to the Qs quite well. But I'm saying like TA wise and respecting a bearish pattern, it's gonna underperform or just not gonna play out at all. I'd love to see it turn into a bearish deep crab like the Qs, and that would require Apple and Amazon and Google and Microsoft. Yeah, it would require them to continue on up, which they could.
Facebook crushed it today.
Yeah, that's gonna be a small sliver. Yeah, those are just like smaller portions or parts of the blend.
Yeah, what is it? 25%. I have to look and see what the current breakdown is.
If I have open trades, a couple open trades, and I'm waiting for it to rise. And the SPX, right, the spot, S&P, and it dumps, right, like 23% or so. Am I gonna take a hit on that?
SPX dumping 23%?
Yeah. Or am I gonna I'm just saying it's dumping. If it dumps, okay? And I lose my trade positions, like Bitcoin. Remember Bitcoin? When you had your Bitcoin, you had your old coins, and then Bitcoin dumped, and you took it all with it. Am I gonna have that same problem here on the regular stock market?
Without going into too deep, it depends upon what you're trading. There's certain things that kind of inverse SPY that have what's called very low beta. But Generally,
Ray
yeah.
loves liquor?
Yes.
I do love Ray.
Beta is the stock's correlation to its movement compared to SPY.
But that's what you have a stop set on. I get that. I understand that. But you know me, I like to run a little frisky on the bottom there with stocks, with the stops. I don't like to set them too high till I get wicked out or anything like. Because I understand the volatility, and I know what I'm getting myself into. I understand that. But I'm taking longs on positions, and I do believe that this stock market will rise because it's Trump. Man. It's V-shaped recovery.
43% of the queues is Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and Facebook. Jeez.
See, I got a lot to learn about rock and roll.
So
I'm getting there, but I got a lot to learn about rock and roll. When do you say the SPY say they start dumping, okay, the big indices, but then you have your little shit coins in there, right? And they're gonna get hit too, right?
Yeah.
What about your trade setups that you set? They're gonna get lower and lower and lower until they eventually trickle down to nothing.
Well, you'd think that you'd sell off some on the S&P 500, Dow Jones, and it wouldn't go far enough to stop you out of these positions. And because like the S&P, what does it do? What's it always normally been doing besides one great crash? Well, it always will sell off and then it'll pivot again after making a shallow or moderate retrace and go to higher highs eventually. So
I do love that. I do love that. Thank you, God. Whoever said Fed, yeah, great.
all right, y'all. I think
So I'm safe, right? Okay, so I have my stop set up. I made my trade entry.
Mitch is signing off.
I need 700 more steps for my 10K, so I'm gonna knock that out before I have 40 minutes to knock that out. So it's not gonna take long, but I do want to do that. But
Did you ever think about virtual reality for your steps?
I mean, I have a treadmill, so.
Well, that's not virtual reality. That's like half virtual.
I mean, you're saying like have virtual reality on while I treadmill?
No, just like.
That'd be cool, actually. No, I mean that's an interesting thing. Can you even do that? I thought you had to be hooked up to like your GPU and stuff. You know, I might have to move my computer next to my treadmill.
Bluetooth, bro. That's all coincided in, bro. We on greater technologies now. You have
There's a thing called Run Social that you can download onto a tablet if you have Bluetooth on your tread or
yeah.
Up and, yeah, you can like run the last part of the Boston Marathon or parts of Mount Everest.
Oh my god,
like that. Dude,
that's cool.
The newest Asus Wi-Fi with the newest Asus Bluetooth too. I even plugged it into my computer. I opened the cap up, you know, and put that fucker in there, and it has 4 antennas and shit. And it creates G2 with 5G, 2G, 5G. It mixes them together, the signals.
All right, Mitch. We'll see
I'm running
we'll
a
see you later,
500
bud.
gigahertz, so.
All right, y'all be good. Thank you so much for supporting the stream and the team and all that, man. You know,
Thank you, Mitch.
like some people say, oh, no value in Patreon, whatever. You know, it's just like what. I mean,
my best friend in life, dude. Seriously.
Couldn't do it without you. Wouldn't do it without you.
if you got any questions about the technical analysis, set up in the chat of the Discord. All right. Love y'all. Seriously, thank you so much for the support. You know, y'all be good. Peace. All right, chat. Thanks for stopping by this evening. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, of course. FYX, man, if you can somehow prove that you don't do like stupid YOLO crazy stuff anymore and you can prove some swing trading, I don't know how we can do it. We gotta figure out a way for you to mature because we know you're young. And it's tough giving up on somebody completely like you because you're not like a bad guy. You're just, you got a lot of growing up to do, and that's cool. So we got to figure out a way to, you know, you're banished from the Discord, but we also at the same time want to see you succeed and not fail. So you just gotta keep working on yourself. You know, watching this stream, you just like need to be more, you need to be influenced more by this stream than Wall Street bets on Reddit, dudes. I mean, that's it, right? Kind of. So the more you Wall Street bet trades, you know, that's kind of like poison, I guess. Anyway, we'll figure it out at some point, dude. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Till next time, respect the T. Hey.
All I see is black clouds of doubt, taking over, taking over, taking